Hello friends. I feel like it's been a minute since I filmed something in here. Got a whole new setup back here. Did something new. It's all Target if you're curious, if you're interested. But today I'm talking about skincare and I'm so excited to do this video because I've changed up my skincare routine a lot. I think I might have done a skincare routine before. I guess I should know what videos I've done, but I can't remember. So I've been using the majority of the products that I'm going to talk about in this video for about a year. And I feel like I've seen my skin really come a long way. My secret is not a secret at all. It's really all about exfoliation, mostly of the chemical variety and some of the manual variety. I will use my friend Jess's words to illustrate that point. The washcloth is the unsung hero of skincare. These are her words, not mine. And she is, by the way, the owner and creator of all the products behind Stark Skincare, which is the line I'm really excited to talk about. This is not a sponsored video. She did gift these products to me, but the rest of them I've, for the most part, purchased myself. Wildling has gifted me some things to try, and I've just now started using these. So these are not in my have used them for a year plan, but I feel like just having used them for maybe about a week, I really am already seeing kind of a difference. And so I'm pretty impressed with that. So anyway, let me get into just a couple things really quickly. I'm gonna just list off the brand names that I'm going to be using because I use a lot of things. Okay, so there are a lot of products. I do a lot of layering of products, but none of these brands that I'm using are like super ultra premium. Glossier. This is very budget friendly. Lucas's Pawpaw ointment. You can get this on Amazon, also very budget friendly. Trader Joe's hyaluronic serum, super budget friendly. I want to say this is $8, maybe it's 10. It's excellent. Derma-e. This is a nice, clean beauty line, wonderful cleansers, budget friendly. Origins ginseng. I love this eye cream. I'm absolutely married to it. I'm on my like millionth jar and I think this is pretty budget friendly. It lasts a long time. And of course, Stark Skincare. This is amazing. And then Wildling is a brand I've just started playing with. So these are the things we're gonna talk about. I'm going to start with my morning routine and then I'm going to talk about my nighttime routine. I do some different things. I use heavier products at night, as you can probably guess. I exfoliate more at night, as you can probably guess, because I want to let my skin heal and renew itself overnight while I'm sleeping and also not expose my newly revealed skin to as much UVA and UVB radiation as possible. Okay guys, so that's it. Let's go ahead and dive into my morning routine and then I'll talk about my nighttime routine and then I'll see you right back here in a few minutes. Good morning. I'm using this Stark Eclipse Activated Charcoal Cleansing Gel to wash my face. It's a very interesting like caramel, sometimes a black color depending on the concentration of the ingredients she uses. I rub this really into my nose and into my forehead really well, and just into the areas that I tend to break out. But Jess, the owner, her tip for this is to apply it on your totally dry face and then go make your coffee, go make your bed, whatever. Let it do its chemical exfoliating thing with a little bit of time. I love this cleanser. It smells like cardamom. It's very, almost glycerin-y feeling, like kind of slippery feeling. I know the bottle is really tiny, but it lasts such a long time. This bottle will probably last me, I only use it for cleansing my face in the morning, so it lasts me maybe 4 or 5 months, which is I think a pretty long time because you use such a small amount every time. It doesn't really take off makeup very well, so I don't use this as my nighttime cleanser. This is my second bottle and I will continue to repurchase this. Now the way I rinse it off is with warm water and a muslin cloth. Your regular old washcloth will work. When I did talk to Jess about using this product, she said, I really believe the washcloth is the unsung hero of the bathroom routine. And I thought that was so funny because it really is. Like we forget how much a washcloth of some sort will also gently, manually exfoliate the skin on our faces and necks. Don't forget to use a washcloth because chemical exfoliation plus manual exfoliation is your skin's happy place. While my skin is still damp, I grabbed this Trader Joe's Hyaluronic Moisture Boost Serum. I'm sure it's mostly glycerin. I use 1 pump of that and just gently apply it over my face and neck and mostly upward sweeping motions, and then any extras I have go right on the back of my hand. So I use this every morning. Next step is I love this is also from Stark, the City Recalibrating Oil. This contains olive oil, broccoli, cypress, olive-derived squalane, broccoli seed oil, which actually works as I understand it, a natural silicone. So it really helps to seal in moisture. I put that just on my cheeks because my cheeks tend to be the driest. And then on top of that, I use my Glossier Priming Rich Moisturizer. I really loved this moisturizer last year. I used it as my night cream and I really enjoyed that. But this winter, my skin has been so dry even in the daytime that I've been using it as my day cream as well. And it smells so good. It smells like lavender. Oh, it lasts forever. It's amazing. And a little bit goes a long way, especially if you've got that oil on your cheeks. I use maybe 2 drops of the oil on my cheeks and then maybe a nickel-sized, maybe a dime-sized dollop of the lotion. For you guys who are like skin aesthetics people, or you know what you're doing, please don't critique me too hard on my technique for applying lotion. I'm just a regular person. I don't always know what I'm doing, but if you have tips and tricks for me, I will take all of those. Lotion is on, rest is going on my hands. And last step, if I'm not using a lotion, some kind of skin cream with SPF in it, then I put on my Glossier Invisible Shield because I think sunscreen's really important. I use 1 pump of that. Most important part, forehead, nose, cheeks. And then spread it out from there. And then of course the rest goes on the back of my hands. I love this because it's kind of clear, so it doesn't mess with your makeup. It doesn't make your makeup pill or anything. You layer it on and it is seriously an invisible shield, and I love that about it. And I lied, that wasn't the last step. The last step goes under my eyes. It's my Origins Ginseng to brighten and depuff, and it really, really works. I'm on like at least my 15th jar of that. I've been using it for years. I take just a little tiny bit, dot it underneath, and sometimes if I'm really puffy, I put it on my top eyelids also. I love the reflective quality to this. It ends up looking like a highlight, especially when you put it way out here because I mean, come on guys, like you can't just put it under your eyes. You gotta go way out here where all the crow's feet live. That is my morning routine. I feel like I look okay. I know 6 products can seem like a lot, but for me, I just really feel like layers of product help to seal in moisture better for my aging skin, and I would like to slow that down as much as possible. So that's what I'm after. I also feel like most of these products are pretty budget friendly. If it's not super budget friendly, it's also very concentrated, which means it will last a longer time because you need to use less. Sometimes I think when we are using products like Inner for example, that are very concentrated, that also includes Stark, very concentrated. I have a helper in here. You have to get used to seeing less in your hand, but you know it's gonna go a longer way, if that makes sense. So with the Stark Eclipse Gel, this is gonna last you a really long time, so I feel like that makes it budget friendly. Origins Ginseng Eye Cream is probably the priciest of all the products, but it's going under my eyes. Stark City Recalibrating Oil. This is not a necessary oil in my opinion. I'm not a huge user of oils, but in the wintertime, for me, it just makes such a big difference in my cheeks, in how the sheen of my skin looks, and that's really important to me. And so I love this stuff. And I actually have a roller ball on the top, so I'll just do 1 circle on each cheek, or if I have a little bit running down the sides, I'll just run my finger around the edge. I use every bit I can get out of this. So again, this one is a little bit pricier, but you don't need a lot. So if your cheeks are dry or your forehead's dry, if you generally have dry skin, layering an oil into your routine can make a really big difference. Oh, I have also, lastly, gotten into tools just a little bit. So this is I think it's not called a derma roller. I can't actually remember what it's called, so put it right here. It's listed in my Amazon shop along with this, if you're an Amazon shopper. This is a ripoff of a Nurse Jackie product, if you're familiar with Nurse Jackie. I use this in the morning just where I feel like I'm a little bit puffy or I need a little bit of extra lift. My favorite thing lately, because it's really cold in the morning, you can also keep yours in the refrigerator. I just prefer to have it on the counter because I don't like it when the handle is cold. So picky. I like to roll it under my eyes in the morning when my eyes are especially puffy. Maybe I had a few too many corn chips before I went to bed because that's become my after school indulgence is corn chips. It's horrible. I'm supposed to be following the keto diet. So off that wagon right now. It's fine. I love running this under my eyes and occasionally just gently over the top of my eyes, and it feels so good. Portable, and it's easy, and it wasn't super expensive, so it's fun. The nighttime routine is all about exfoliating and then layering on the moisture. The basic steps for me are this: cleanse, exfoliate, treat, moisturize. And then for me at nighttime, that really includes eyes and lips. So that adds a few different products. So we're gonna pretend this is nighttime. With my school schedule right now, I just can't film at nighttime. It's just too hard, I'm too tired. So we're gonna pretend like I have makeup on, and I'm gonna start with my cleanser. I love these cleansers from Derma-e. I don't love their moisturizers as much. I've tried a few of them and I've ended up returning them. I'm telling you guys, I'm on a returns list somewhere in the world. But I've used a few of their cleansers and I really like them because they contain great ingredients. Like this one is vitamin A and glycolic acid. This is the anti-wrinkle cleanser, which we need this. Let's do a little demo. Pull the hair back. This is how I don't completely ruin my hair. I like this because it does a really good job at removing all of my makeup in one step. I'm one of those people, I just kind of rub it gently over my eyebrows and my eyelashes, and it takes everything off in one swoop with a washcloth or without a washcloth. So I really enjoy this one. Their fragrances are good and they're a little bit more on the clean side. Plus I think for clean beauty, these are pretty drugstore affordable. I get this one from Whole Foods. I want to say it's like $12 or $13. Following this, I go straight into chemical exfoliation. Cotton Round and Glossier solution. I love this. I'm on my second bottle of this stuff. I like about 2 pumps of this in my Cotton Round. It's AHA, BHA, and salicylic acid. Those who are estheticians or very into skin, if you guys have tips on how I can do things better, or you have any kind of tips, tricks, best practices that you'd like to share, please do that in the comments box because we can all benefit from that. So please share your knowledge. Y'all need to know something. I am not like a skin expert, okay? This is just what I use. This is what I have found works for me, and I feel like my skin has changed a lot in the last year, and I've been really happy with my results. So a couple people ask me, what are you using? And I'm like, I'm here to share, but I don't know all the science. I don't know all the details. So please accept this as a layman's explanation of what's working for me, okay? Now, because it is a 10% effective solution, 10% AHA, BHA, PHA, I do know from being in cosmetology school and being surrounded by future estheticians, I do know that one of the things you really need to be careful of is protecting the acid mantle of your skin. So the pH of this can disrupt that some, which is what you want it to do when you're exfoliating and when you are trying to prevent or get rid of acne. However, you don't want to do this every single day. So I probably do this maybe 3 or 4 times a week and only at night. So I think it depends on what your skin can tolerate, but for me, that's what works. Next, I go into treatmenting. So this is new to my routine. I had literally just added this in the last couple days, but I'm really, really liking it. I have started using a brand called Wildling. If you're familiar with them, I've seen them on Instagram and I reached out to them and said, I would love to work with you guys. So they just gifted me this set. I'm not being paid by them. But I saw their gua sha stone and I really was curious about it. I've heard so many good things. And as you know, I've been sort of playing in the realm of facial tools. And I love it because it just helps to relax all the muscles in your face, your neck, even your décolleté, which I'm probably saying wrong, and the back of your neck. It's just amazing. So I've really been liking this. The comb edge looks kind of scary, but it's not. It's actually really smooth, and it's my favorite part of this stone, and I use every edge of this stone. I'm gonna show you how I use it in just a second, but Wildling has a lot of really good videos on their website that demonstrate how they use their products. So I got their Empress collection, which I do have a discount code for. So if you're interested in that, I will list it in my description box. What I use from them, what comes in their Empress collection is this Gua Sha Empress Tonic, Facial Gua Sha Empress Oil. The facial tonic is step 1. You spray this on your face and it smells amazing. This says that it contains sweet fern to stimulate detoxification and activate life force energy. It's a little woo-woo, y'all, but I really kind of like it. And then damask rose hydrates and calms the skin. Really nice rose fragrance. And these bottles are glass, if that does matter to you. So that's wonderful. So that's step one, because you spray this over your face and your neck, and that helps your face to absorb the Empress oil, which includes Balm of Gilead, which if you've seen Handmaid's Tale, you're like, Gilead. Anyway, Balm of Gilead invigorates lymph, clears, and brightens. So I use maybe 3 drops of this wonderful oil that smells, again, just so relaxing and amazing. However, Stark makes a couple of oils I really love as well, City and Midnight. Midnight is a little bit thicker. This is more for evening. City is more for during the day. You could use these oils as well. I'm sure any oil will work. The point of the oil is you want the stone to glide across your face. So let me give you a little demo on how I do that. We're going to start with the Facial Gua Sha Empress Tonic. Next is the Empress oil. I'm gonna use just a couple drops. Oh, what the heck, let's do my neck too. Gosh, it just feels so good. Start with my neck. Didn't put any oil on the back, but that's okay. Work my way up, and I go around to the other side, and work my way to the middle. I carefully use this U stone right here in the middle. Then I like to use this little edge here. Okay, next I use the comb to go across my jaw. And I mean, I'm taking firm strokes, but it doesn't hurt. Not at all. It feels really nice. Don't leave out your chin. Go over my jaw, up to my hairline. Then you can use this U end on across your cheekbone, around your eye. And I like to use this little edge here to go under my eye a few times. Comb from eyebrow to hairline. And out. And because, oh my gosh, who doesn't want a little bit more lift in between their eyebrows? It just feels so nice. I mean, I could just go back and forth and do this all over. It just feels, really good. Next step, Hada Lobo. Really just a puddle. Everything I do on my face, I do on my neck, and then of course, the back of my hands. Of course, you can sub the Trader Joe's or any hyaluronic acid serum for that step. That's what I would do. Here's where I would maybe use a couple drops of the Everlasting. This contains milk thistle and helichrysum. Very thin, water-based serum. It just does a wonderful job of sealing in a little bit more moisture before you put on your lotion. And then last, some of this amazing Aurora. And I don't use this on my forehead anymore because at this point I'm already so moisturized here. It would be too much for me. So I use literally that much and emulsify it and warm it up between my fingers. This contains pumpkin and blood orange, but it's mostly cacao butter. It can do it all. It can cleanse, it can be a treatment, it can moisturize overnight. And so that's what I use it for. My skin really eats it up. This is one of my very favorite products and I have already repurchased it once. And you know, with all these oils and things on my face, I could do this again if I wanted to. Feels so good. This is my favorite new thing. I know that I've been using this for about 5 seconds, but it's my favorite new thing in my routine. It's a facial massage. It's a facial massage that you can give yourself and it actually is soothing. I'm obsessed with it. So I love it. Have I seen changes from using it yet? No, because I've used it like 3 or 4 times, but I love it and I'm gonna keep it up. And if I see changes, when I see changes, I'll be sharing that with you. Okay, last couple things. Glossier bubble wrap for the eyes. Just one little pump. I put it around and I put it on top of my eyelids as well. And I always try to go way out here because that's where the crow's feet want to live. Remember, we don't want that. So many layers of goodness on my face, but it feels so, so good. And then last is lips. You can go with the Papa ointment. This is not a clean product because it is petroleum based, but literally I found this on Amazon. A client of mine recommended it to me and I love it. This is made in Australia. It contains fermented papaya and it's petroleum based. And I don't know what is magical about fermented papaya, but it can do everything. Like I use this on my lips. I love it. It also comes in an applicator bottle that's like just for your lips, which is really nice if you don't like getting your fingers in something. But I use it on my cuticles, on cuts when I occasionally cut myself, my children's bug bites, makes the itch stop. I don't know what's so magical about fermented papaya, but something apparently. The Australians know what they're doing. If you are looking for something clean, however, this, I'm gonna say this wrong, Nuxe Rive de Miel is a wonderful alternative. This is a honey and shea based lip balm and it almost feels a little bit gritty when you put it on. It's really an interesting texture, but it's really good. I don't find it to be quite as moisturizing as this, but it's a very good, clean alternative. Both are delightful. The Nuxe smells really good. I wish that this had more of a fragrance. It's kind of a fragrance-free situation, which is fine. It's probably better than adding fragrance, but this just smells like honey. And I like that about it. There's one very important skincare item that I didn't mention in my morning or night routine, but I want to take the time to mention it now. It is my silk pillowcase. Yes, satin works just fine too. If you like satin, satin's much cheaper. It's totally fine. The point is that it offers a lot less friction on your hair and on your face, and it doesn't absorb those very precious products that you're putting on your face before you go to sleep at night, especially if you are a hardcore side sleeper like I am. So that's what I love about satin and silk. Especially silk. For me, silk. I don't like satin because it can be a little bit hard. So as a side sleeper, it can really crush my ears. And I wake up in the morning, my ears really hurt. So I don't do satin, but I love silk. I've tried a number of brands and I'm working on a video right now about silk and silk care, the benefits, all the things that you need to know about silk. So look for that one. When it's up, I'll link it up here. So that's it. I know that it's a lot. I know it feels like, oh my gosh, how many products did she use? But really, I've gone through a lot more than just that. And these are the ones that have ended up being the tippity top for me that I use over and over again. These are the ones that like, I really feel like I'm married to and I want to keep using for a long time because I continue to see my skin change in positive ways. And I'm about to be 40, y'all. So it's important to me that I continue to look much younger than my husband. So I hope that was entertaining and helpful to you. And if you have any questions, as always, please leave them below. A lot of these products you can find in my Amazon shop. That link is included below. I also have discount codes for Wildling. You can use my URL to check out their products if you're interested. And I do have a discount code of 10% in the description box if you would like to take advantage of that. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful curl day. I hope that this video and the information provided in it does a lot to help you get to where you want your skin to be. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great one. Bye.